Americans, yes, required to pay taxes. These roads and bridges to assist people. Now, we have what's known as the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah, seems like a lot of people live in San Francisco, and from what I've seen of it, pictures of it, there's no possible way that you could use some sort of mass transit to go across. Well, could you get me the actual bridges in each large municipality where maybe you live in Brooklyn? Yes. And you want to go to New York City? Yeah. Quite often, the bridges were designed for cars. Yes, sir. It's been said, well, let me sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. Yes, and it's an old bridge. You probably get a good deal on it. Yes, but when it involves the use of budget buses, yes, to go back and forth, maybe it would be easier if we had shuttle services on one side of the bridge or the other. Yes, and use mass transit to go across bridges without adding a lot of additional weight. Yeah. Now, it's been said, okay, that you can wrap steel structures in broadband, and that broadband can be used to broadcast 5G. Now, I know a lot about electricity. Yes. Could you give me the individual bridges in the United States? Yes. Where large populations of persons have to go back and forth across them. Yeah. Where they're looking at it say, well, we have to repair this and it's going to cost X number of billions of dollars. But you could prevent the actual removal of the bridge. Yeah, and having to replace it with something new, if you could reorganize how the transportation of the population happens. Now, I've only seen pictures of New York, yes. But this Brooklyn Bridge, yeah, I would think that if you had a mass transport system from one side to the other, yes, and then you had a bus system to shuttle you to different locations, it would remove a large amount of the traffic. Now, I'm just guesstimating. Now, New York has quite a subway system, don't they? Yes. And I've seen movies where you have this overhead train system. Yes. And you're going to replace that, weren't you? Thought you'd get yourself one of these economical over the train. Yes. What if you gave me all the used metal from removing the overhead tram system? Yes. And I smelted it up and I put in one of these new systems that the hover, yes, makes hardly no sound at all. It just kind of hovers upon the smooth surface. See, it's not combustion and it's not electric. Now, I know you're one of these individuals that has to live next to one of these things. And the noise is deafening, but you put up with it for the last 50, 60, 100 years. Now, for all of you that thought now, we could not replace the overhead transit system of those that are trains and subways. Yeah, let's look at the communication system. Could this be automated? Yes. Is there some safety features we could put into it so it didn't run over anybody? How exactly do you get yourself in front of a hovering vehicle? Yes, yes, yes. Now let's say you got run over by a hovercraft. It hit you right in the head. Well, we could blow you out of the way. I mean, what do you weigh? 150 pounds? Yes. Let's say I had a large amount of air that was pushing, yes, yes, to blow, but not, it doesn't slow down the hovering effect. So as for any suicidal tendencies right now, I just blow you right off the track. I would just use blow and just blow you off the track. Has to be safe. Get me the bridges that need to be replaced in the United States. Yes. It could be, okay, that there could be some improvements. Yes. And then get me the subways, the overhead transit systems of these trains that they call them there on the East Coast. Yes. Seemed like you had some sort of graffiti problem. Now, these taxes that are used to assist people, yeah. I haven't paid the rent this month. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get the rent and I'm going to end up in a homeless shelter again. Exactly how many billions of dollars could be saved using a different type of mass transit system? Well, I get to sell the electricity. Yes. You pay me to take away the garbage. Yes. You pay me to take away the junk cars. Yes. You pay me to construct it, but it's the actual construction cost. There's really 0% profitability to myself. It's just raw material cost. I get the salt from the desalination, yes. And then when I install it, okay. I'm selling it to you for the actual manufacturing cost of the actual materials, not inclusive of the amount of electricity it produces for myself.